Actually, we have almost 17 members. We formed a civil society organization in our town, so it is represented by 17 people. So, culture over here in Pakistan.
Recording in progress.
But I think we don't want you people to just keep on waiting. We can start it, and other people would be joining as the time passes. Is it fine with you?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you very much. Let me just kick this off. My name's Warren. I'm the special project facilitator here at ADB in the accountability mechanism. And as you know, the complaint that was filed was for problem solving, which is under the mandate of my office.
Okay. Yeah.
Olive is, my colleague Olive is the senior facilitation officer, and she manages the process at this stage when we're looking at eligibility. So my suggestion is that Olive give you a quick brief on how the process works.
Okay.
When a complaint comes in from ADB, and then she'll manage the meeting. Unfortunately, I've been requested by our president to brief him on something else, and so I'm going to have to go in just a few minutes. But I'll stay for the first few minutes.
Okay.
So thank you, and it's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
So can I turn it over to Olive?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Olive. Yes. So let me give you just a bit of background on the process on what will happen with your complaint. So your complaint has been forwarded to the problem-solving function by the complaint receiving officer. So at this point, we are at the eligibility determination stage. So we have 21 days to determine whether or not the complaint you filed is eligible. So one of the main factors that we consider in determining whether or not a complaint is eligible is primarily whether or not complainants have undergone good faith efforts to resolve their issues with the GRM or with the operations department in ADB. So the operations department is also within ADB, also composed of ADB staff, but it's a different department. We are also a different department. But in order for your complaint to progress within the problem-solving function, you should have first exhausted remedies or explored issues with the project team in the operations department. So we reviewed the documents that you have sent us, all the attachments, all the files about your case, and we understand that at this point you have not yet done that good faith efforts of resolving issues with the operations department. So as I mentioned, what will happen now is we would forward it to the operations department for them to have a chance to resolve your issues, because our office is a last resort mechanism. So
Okay.
if ever you are not satisfied with how your issues are handled or the resolution of your complaints, the forwarding of our office to the operations department is without prejudice, meaning you can come back to us if you're not satisfied. Then at that point, your complaint could be held eligible if the other requirements are met.
Okay.
So that's just the process. So within it's 21 days, but then in the next few days, we would be able to give you the determination of eligibility communication based on the assessment that I just mentioned.
Yeah. That's very clear.
So do you
Thank
have
you.
a question?
Those
Okay.
21 days start from today?
Yeah.
Those
These
21
these
days
20 days would be starting from
from today
today.
or the date of application or the email?
From our receipt of the complaint.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yes, but as I mentioned, we will not exhaust that. We work pretty fast, so we will be able to make that determination in a couple of days.
That's
Because we
it.
already have the information that we need.
Okay.
As Warren is here, we would just like to have 3 to 4 minutes of Warren to have his attention and all of your team. Basically, let me give you a little background of the application, but before that, who we are basically. That is more important. That would be more. We are people sitting here from the community that is known as Dhamtour. where the solid waste management treatment plant would be installed. And the population of the area is around 35,000 people, and the households are here more than 4,000 households. Like people live over here. So we are like with me, Parvez Khan, can you come over here? Our chief patron in chief is here, Parvez Khan. Then Shamrez Khan, we have Khalid Khan, and then we have Shuaib Khan, Anif Khan, and Asim, and myself, Saqib. And we are just joined by our legal advisor, that is Qazi Awais. We have formed an organization, civil society organization, that is known as SADA Bahar Welfare Society. And the sole purpose of that is the development of our area, to have a civic movement to ensure that we have the basic social services delivery over here. We have good education, we have contact with different departments, and the development that costs our people in terms of environment or in terms of any other thing, we should be standing in front of them, and we should be contacting with the concerned departments to give our application. So let me this is the process. What we are the people who are sitting over here. I'm basically a public policy specialist from University of Sydney. Like Qazi Awais is a lawyer of High Court, and we have also put that case in Peshawar High Court. We have met with the team lead of the Asian Development Bank funded, secretary of provincial level, local government came to our hometown, and he briefed us about that. But we made him clear that we are not satisfied with the process. As I've read the Asian Development Bank documents, that clearly states that the community participation is at the essence. Like, no development can happen without the community participation. And the process that has been adopted for the last 1 year, there is no community participation in that. There has been only contact with the landowners to have the land from the people. Like there were only 50 to 100 people contacted, and as this town population is more than 35,000. Rest of the people didn't knew about this treatment plant installment, that is going to be installed over here. Moreover, we have other things we have also documented in our application. There are 8 grounds on which we say that that is not feasible to construct. Basically, it would disturb our flora and fauna. Not only that, but Warren, this is very important to understand that in only 200 meters, there is hamlet of almost 30 to 35 households. So how would they be living when there would be treatment plant 180 tons of daily garbage coming near them? So that is very important. And secondly, the important thing is the processes that has been adopted. Like, we have not been